The truth about FC Porto, Apita Dourado. Golden Whistle is a corruption scandal in Portuguese football that emerged in 2004. Since 1980, ever since Pinto da Costa became FC Porto president, there have been signs of sport corruption in the Portuguese league. The system, as many call it, have always been present, but no one knew exactly what it did or how it worked. This happened until the police accidentally caught compromising wiretapping. Proof that will be more than enough in any country to arrest and punish the cheaters. In Portugal they were silenced. Judges asked excuse. Police allowed ultras to hurt and threaten all who tried to bring cheaters to justice. Years have passed. The wiretapping were considered not allowed, the case will prescribe, and in the end all these criminals have been declared innocent. Justice may fail, as it did, but that does not mean we are dumb, that by not talking about something, it did not exist. We know, and no one can take that from us. So too should the world know. Watch and understand the wiretappings, so they can judge by themselves and know what kind of club they will eventually welcome in the stadium. Investigations incriminate Jorge Nuno Pinto da Costa, president of FC Porto, and Valentine Loeiro, former chairman of Boa Vista Futebol Club and the Portuguese Football League. Although convicted in sports court, FC Porto and its president were spared in civilian courts who ignored the wiretapping. This threw more suspicion about the intricacies of Portuguese football and justice in Portugal. In December 2006, the former companion of Pinto da Costa, Carolina Salgado, wrote a book accusing former companion. These included, among other data, influence peddling, assaults on sports officials, coercion on match officials, as well as the payment of orgies with prostitutes to referees. The charges were deemed unfounded by the civil courts, even though the wiretapping clearly show it. This woman, although brave, suffered with the process. She lost. Obviously the lawyers took her down easily over the many years of trial. She had the ultras threatening her at all times and in the end decided to not talk about it ever again.
Então Jorge, olá Jorge, estás bom?
A retificar a nota do homem.
Não é? É pá, vá lá, vá lá, deixa o rapazinho em paz, coitadinho, pá. 8,4. É uma boa nota, é uma boa nota.
Pois, mas o observador tem que
já li os jornais todos hoje.
Tem que ser reclassificado.
Olha, estou a questionar pelo seguinte, pá, estou a pensar no meu Jacinto de Paixão para o Porto Felgueiras. Não há inconveniente nenhum, para não.
É?
O Jacinto de Paixão, Porto Felgueiras, não há nada está.
E o outro? Já estivesse com ele, veio passar o ano ao Porto, não?
Não, pá, eu estou em ceia.
Ok, Zé, pode-se pôr.
Está. Pronto, portanto não pode ser. De maneira que, olha, como o jogo também não é importante, e o Paulo Pereira de Viana do Castelo. Já fez o Porto Nacional este ano.
É fraguinho.
É, mas também o jogo também não tem interesse nenhum, não é?
E não, porque não pôs um gajo do Porto?
Paulo, porque o Jorge Sousa vai fazer o Estoril. O Jorge Sousa vai fazer o Estoril Setúbal. E o Paulo Costa...
Esse gajo é bom árbitro.
É, e vai fazer o Estoril Setúbal, pronto, para dar uma volta. O Paulo Costa e o Paulo Prati não os nomeei porque já fizeram o jogo na semana passada. E o Martins dos Santos, pá, primeiro não se justificava para esse jogo, e em segundo lugar vai a fazer um jogo, faz um jogo mais importante.
Está legal.
É? Talvez o Nacional com o Leiria, Marco Naval, sem esse género.
Então o Pedro Provença é sócio do Benfica?
É? Ah, pois é, não sabias?
Não.
Já há muito tempo. Não é nada mal.
Está sério.
Porque eu só sabia que era. Dizem que o Duarte Gomes que é Sporting e o Porto era Benfica. E quando perguntava que era o Duarte Benfica Sporting, disse, olha, é um dos dois, pá. Ou o Duarte Gomes ou o Pedro Proença. Mas muito antes da coisa. E aconteceu, foi o Benfica.
Está bem. Isso é que o outro lá está.
FC Porto is a culture of fear, protected by the local police, having supporters among the referees, supporters on the presidents of the league and federation. There is no stopping them. It has been 30 years of subtle and not so subtle tricks. The culture of fear and hate is so deep that there were cases of assaulting other team supporters to stop them celebrating a title, throwing golf balls and stones on the highways. As said before, police, they will not act to stop FC Porto supporters. They will sooner remove or assault the other supporters. As a sect of fear and violence, that is what they know. Even politicians Carlos Amorim recently tweeted offenses to Portuguese citizens who did not share his sick club. Some of the most publicized cases have been Games FC Porto, Estrela da Amadora, and Beira-Mar FC Porto, when José Mourinho led the FC Porto. On January 24, 2004, the police heard a call from the president of FC Porto, Pinto da Costa, with Antonio Araújo on the eve of the match FC Porto Estrela da Amadora, where businessmen talking about fruit, meaning prostitutes, to give the match referee Jacinto Pecao, which would make this public confession on his own, on YouTube, which aimed to prevent reprisals while confirming corruption. FC Porto.
Para a posterioridade, caso me aconteça alguma coisa, a mim ou à minha família. Benfica Moreirense, empate, a uma bola, no dia 29 de fevereiro de 2004. O Porto entrou em contato comigo para financiar o resultado do jogo. O Porto Estrela da Amadora, na época 2003-2004, é verdade que o Porto nos ofereceu raparigas, como era habitual fazer, tal como aconteceu no jogo Porto Académica 2002-2003. Naquela noite após o jogo, Porto Estrela da Amadora juntámos eu e meus assistentes, com o Reinaldo Teles, Antônio Garrido e o árbitro Paulo Silva e os seus assistentes. Eu fui o único prejudicado, porque todos me amavam, mas eu é que fiquei prejudicado para sempre. É verdade que o Porto me pagou uma viagem através da agência Cosmos, em 1998, para eu ir a Marrocos com meus assistentes e o árbitro João Rosa Peniche.
The case eventually be filed, with allegations of Carolina Salgado and Jacinto Pecao considered insufficient to prove the contents of the alleged facts narrated. Another serious controversy about this case and the Portuguese justice was the fact that Pinto da Costa has been warned the day before about his arrest and have fled the police to Spain in December 2004. Carolina Salgado wrote in his book that the day December 1, 2004, there was a meeting between Pinto da Costa, Reinaldo Teles, and his lawyer Lawrence Pinto, in which the lawyer has revealed the arrest of the two leaders FC Porto, as well as the entrepreneur Antonio Araújo. This scenario came to confirm the arrest of Antonio Araújo, who Carolina Salgado says it has purposely been warned. That same day, Pinto da Costa and Carolina Salgado had already reached Spain. After trial, were convicted on July 18, 2008, 13 defendants, including Valentine Loeiro, mayor of Gondomar and leader of the Portuguese Football League at the time, Pinto de Sousa, former president of the Board of Arbitration of the Portuguese Football Federation, and José Luís Oliveira, vice president of Valentine Loeiro. In March 2010, Valentine Loeiro was sentenced to removal from office and 3 years and 2 months imprisonment, suspended sentence for the same period, for crimes of abuse of power and dereliction of duty. Already Jose Luis Oliveira was sentenced to 3 years imprisonment, sentence also suspended for abuse of power and corruption sport, and Pinto de Souza to 2 years and 3 months in jail, also suspended for abuse of power. The defendants appealed again and again, stalling and asking for clarification of the judgment sentencing. At the same time, Pinto de Souza and Valentine Loero had resources for constitutional. After the appeal process, Golden Whistle spent a year still. The consequences of that: the sport corruption crimes are prescribing and most convicted offenders are left unpunished. These are but drops in the ocean of corruption that to this day still continues, only changed how it operates. A cancer that cripples Portuguese sports for decades. Now that you know the truth, I ask the world to remind these cheaters who they are in every chance you have.